Today I am sharing 4 delicious crock-pot meals with you. I have a slow cooker chicken pot pie, a pot roast with mushroom gravy, Mushu pork, and chicken with gravy. Each of these recipes have very simple ingredients and also they are very budget friendly.
Whatever we would do it just for fun.
I am adding 2 cans of cream of chicken soup to my crock pot. I'm adding about a cup of chicken stock, some pepper and salt, a teaspoon of dried oregano, teaspoon of paprika. I have chopped carrots, onions, celery, and fresh parsley, and I'm going to add that to the crock pot. I'm going to give that a really good stir. I have added 3 chicken breasts. You can do more. You could do 4, 6, whatever works for you. However much chicken that you want in your chicken pot pie. I'm going to nestle those down into the broth. I'm going to cook this on low for 8 hours. About a half an hour to an hour before it's done, I shredded up the chicken. It smells so good. Now I'm adding 1 drained can of corn and 1 bag of frozen peas. I'm going to stir these in. I'm going to put the cover on and I'm going to let this finish cooking. Because this is a chicken pot pie soup, there's no crust. So the recipe says to use biscuits. Puff pastry would be really super good in this too. Like if you baked it up in the oven and either cut it in strips or squares and then had it either over top of it or something, you know, to dunk it in, that would be really good too. But I love chicken pot pie, so I knew when I seen it was a soup in a crock pot. So easy, you dump everything in together. Oh my goodness. This is definitely a keeper. In my crock pot, I have some pork loin and I have put salt and pepper all over it. I'm putting a bottle of hoisin sauce into the crock pot with the pork and 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm gonna cook this on low for 6 to 8 hours and then I will show you the next step. About 30 minutes to an hour before it's ready to serve, I shredded the pork and added it back to its sauce. Now I'm going to add a bunch of chopped green onions and 2 16-ounce bags of coleslaw mix. I'm going to mix this in really well and I'm going to let it cook the rest of the way and it will be ready to serve. I made some instant rice and I placed that inside of 2 tortillas. You can have it in tortillas or you can just have it on top of rice. However you choose. I'm doing both. And then I'm going to place the Mushu pork mixture on top of that. And that's it. This stuff tastes like restaurant Mushu pork. It is so good. You have got to give this recipe a try. We are very impressed with it. It is a chilly, dreary day today. It is only supposed to be 48 degrees and they're talking possible rain. What a perfect day to make a crock pot meal. I placed my roast into my crock pot and added a little bit of salt and pepper. To that I am adding quartered potatoes, sliced mushrooms, chopped celery, baby carrots, and an onion cut into wedges. In a bowl I am adding a jar of mushroom gravy, 1 can of beef broth, and a packet of this slow cooker hearty beef stew by McCormick. I'm going to give this a good stir and I'm going to pour this all over the roast and the vegetables. I want to make sure we scrape all those bits of seasoning right into the crock pot. I'm going to cook this on low for 8 to 10 hours. Okay, the roast is done and we are putting the carrots and onions and celery in one bowl, and in another bowl we are putting the potatoes. The roast is tender. Oh my goodness, is it good? It's got good flavor, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And then I am making homemade gravy. I'm just adding a cornstarch slurry to the beef broth, and I think this is going to make a really good gravy to go over those potatoes. I also set some bread out. We have this hearty white bread that we gotta get through, and then I'm enjoying this, well, it's really squished, but it's a 45 calorie Sara Lee Delight white bread. This is really good. It doesn't taste like, you know, diet bread, how some of them just don't taste right. This one tastes really good. I set some butter out because we are not formal people. We just dig right out of that bowl with a knife. Look at this plate full of deliciousness. Yum, yum, yum. I cannot wait to dig into this tonight. In a bowl, I am adding a half a cup of sour cream, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 2 cups of water, and 2 packs of chicken gravy. I'm gonna season this with some pepper, salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. I'm gonna give this a good stir. If you want to, you can mix this up right in the crock pot and not do a separate bowl. Okay, we're gonna head on over to the crock pot. I'm gonna add a little of that gravy in the bottom of the crock pot. I added 4 skinless, boneless chicken breasts. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to these. Now I'm gonna pour the rest of that gravy over the top of the chicken. I'm gonna cook this low and slow for the day. It's gonna be on low for 8 to 10 hours. I have a couple more hours left on this, but I went ahead and shredded up the chicken. It was done and ready. Plus it'll give it extra time to soak in that gravy and pick up all these super delicious flavors going on here. I'm gonna talk to you while I am preparing mashed potatoes tonight. It has been another very rainy, dark, dreary day here and cold. This morning I went out, it was like 43 degrees. It was only supposed to get up to, I think, 48 today. So, another crock pot meal on a nice dreary day. I'm all about that. Me and Justin ended up spending the day watching Everybody Loves Raymond on television. So that's how we spent our entire afternoon, was just sitting there. I don't know, I just love that show. It's so funny. We just laughed and laughed. And Jason, he was in lots of different meetings today. He kind of just shuts himself back into the bedroom, and he has a computer all set up back there and everything. And he said he had like 4 meetings back to back this afternoon. So that had me and Justin just had the afternoon kind of open enough to just be out here watching goofy TV and relaxing, and it was good. Makes you tired though, you know, when you're sitting there and I'm sipping on coffee. I'm like, today is a definite coffee day. I'm gonna make pot in the morning. Did. I'm gonna make pot in the afternoon. Yeah, did that too. But I didn't take a nap, which is fine. It would have been a good nap day though. I'm gonna make myself instant mashed potatoes because with the eating plan that I'm on right now, instant mashed potatoes work better with it than real mashed potatoes do, if that makes sense. But I don't know why, but it does. So I'm gonna make myself the buttery home style. I think that'll be really good with that chicken and gravy over it. Oh, by the way, we all taste tested that chicken and gravy. Oh, is it good? Oh, wow. We really like this one too. Oh, what do you think of my new glasses? If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. Come on, follow me. I would love to have you over there. But on Instagram, when I got my new glasses, I had showed all of you. And then since then, I was trying to get used to them. And I couldn't see very good, but he had told me that my prescription didn't really change. And I'm like, something's wrong. And after, oh, I think it was like a day or two, I took them back in, and she said, no, the prescription's right. And I'm like, something's wrong, something's not right. So I come back home and I was complaining to Jason about it, and I was like, I cannot see, it's really bad. And one way that I moved my head, I saw a smudge on the lenses, and I held them out, and I could only hold them out a certain way, like dark, something dark had to be behind them to be able to see. Both of the lenses had like almost like it looked like somebody's fingerprints on both of the lenses when they were making them or something, because it was in the lenses. I had tried 3 different cleaners to clean it, nothing cleaned them. I took them back to the eye doctor. She tried to clean them, didn't get it, and then just ordered me new lenses. So it has been quite an adventure with these new glasses, trying to get them right. I was talking to my guys and I had asked them what was their favorite meal this week. Out of all 4 of the CROCKPOT meals, which one was their favorite? I think Timothy's hands down is the Mushu Pork. He said that it tasted just as good rewarmed as what it did when it was fresh. He said it's excellent. And Justin, he's between a couple. He likes this one because he loves chicken and gravy and mashed potatoes. He also really liked the roast meal. That is a definite keeper, which is good because that'll give me an extra roast to make besides the one that I usually make. So now I have 2 good roast recipes to be making. Jason said that the Mushu Pork was his favorite too. The roast was his second favorite. And then a tie is the chicken pot pie soup, and then this chicken and gravy one today. But he said all of them are really good, so I'll definitely be making these again. They were really good. You guys have got to try these recipes. They're so easy. I just love dump and go recipes. You just dump it all in a pot and you don't even have to think about it for the rest of the day. If you hear typing going on, Justin is right there at the table and he is filling out applications. Which Justin is struggling to find work. He has put in probably about 100 to 150 applications. He's had quite a few interviews, but I don't know, they're just not hiring. It's almost like because of the big layoffs and things that's going on and the freezes that companies have on them right now, it seems like they have their feelers out and they're calling them into interviews and kind of testing the waters to see what's out there. And they're just being able to take their time and being very picky. So anyway, he's just still trying. He's still putting in applications. As far as Timothy is doing, he is doing good. He's trucking along in school and he just is doing his homework and doing his classes. And so he's fine. He's doing it all online. He has not had to go into the college at all this year. Okay, me and you are headed to the garage because I'm thinking we are gonna have green beans with this tonight, and that's where my green beans are, so here we go. These mushrooms are sitting here. I'm gonna have to take those out of the package. I didn't realize they're just sitting there like that. And then this box is where my vegetables go, so I'm gonna have to move that too. Okay, there's my green beans I came out here for. I will have this can opener linked below. This is my absolute favorite can opener. It is by Kitchen Mama. And it has not failed me, and I've had it for a couple of years. I love it. I actually would be lost without it. So I will have the link below in case you are in the market for a can opener. Definitely give this a try. This is the small one, and then they have a longer one for bigger cans to open. I'll have their link below. I need a bowl for those green beans, and because we've been lazy today, we have not taken care of the dishes. So my bowls are in here. If I let him, Jason would eat corn with every single meal, I think. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I have him that absolutely loves corn and Timothy that loves green beans. So I'm going to Timmy's favorite tonight. Sorry, honey.
That's okay.
You're not abused. You're really not. We're trying to decide if we want him on a plate or a bowl. Did you ask Timmy?
Not yet.
Tim, do you want a plate or a bowl?
We're all doing bowls.
It's mashed potatoes,
I'll do a bowl then. I don't even know.
chicken and gravy with mashed potatoes. He doesn't even know what we're
If
having.
you'd get up a little earlier, you'd know what was going on the other day.
Stays up all night.
Kids.
Bowl, did he say?
Yeah.
Okay. You and my potatoes, boy?
Nope.
My potatoes. Oh my goodness. This kind of reminds me of the CROCKPOT chicken noodle. I mean, it has a different flavor, but it's still super, super yummy. All Alright, I hope you grab all the recipes below. I hope you and your family enjoy it just as much as me and my guys did. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.